You're watching The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
It's me, Jena, and there's the Bean, and you know, we used to work together, and we are still friends outside of work from the Space Cadettes. I still work there. She still shops there. It all works out. We're here to talk about comics, and I guess the slowly declining of me.
we've already been on the call for like a while. We've just been What is a verb for shenanigans?
Shenaniganizing.
Shenaniganizing. Yeah.
Shenaniganizing. How do you spell that?
I don't know. It's just been one of those days.
It has been. It has been. Because I actually had a crazy show earlier today. It was really cool. Got to see so I did What's in the Box earlier. And at the beginning of the show, we had close to 20, 25 people show up.
Oh, dang.
But they all came in, saw it was $2 books, and then just oh, musical trivia. Here's your trivia, and then left. And I was like, okay, that's totally fine. I'm going to be here for 2 hours. By the end of the show, it had descended into complete chaos of me and 5 people just talking about the most random of musical things you can think of. One person was trying to figure out what musical was Tom Cruise in, and it's Rock of Ages, right? I love rock and roll. Pour some sugar on me in the name of love. And of course, Danny, who's our new person who works there in the background, was like, oh my God, that's Tom Cruise. And I'm like, yeah, that's Tom Cruise. At least in the movie. I don't know if he did it outside the movie. And somebody lost their mind in the chat of being like, no, it's not. I was like, dude, check it. And they did. They come back and they were like, what? That's Tom Cruise? What is Tom Cruise doing with no shirt on and drinking? And I'm like, and becoming a happy dad at the end of the movie. And he's like, no way. He talks about somebody licking him. And I'm like, that is Rock of Ages. That is the show. That is the movie. Yeah. And they were like, I thought they did a cocktail one. I was like, cocktail? He's like, yeah, Cocktail 2, the musical. I was like, are you messing with me? Because at this point, that could have happened. And he's like, no, it didn't happen. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then the question that everybody got stumped on was the first question, where I was like, okay, so this was the description. Are you ready? What was an animated musical movie from, let's just say, 90s, early 2000s?
Okay.
She has red hair and it's set in Russia, and it was not Disney, but everybody thought it was Disney, but has recently, the studio that made it has become Disney. So now she's a Disney princess. When the movie first came out, she was not. What movie is it?
I think I got a cheat answer, so I think it's in the producer just put it in the chat. I was gonna guess Anastasia though.
Yeah,
and seeing that pop up.
It was 30 minutes before anybody got it, and I felt so bad. So I was putting out all kinds of hints. I was like, it's set in Russia. She has red hair. Her grandmother is played by an actress who recently died. Rasputin is in it, and nobody could get it. And then finally somebody said it in the chat with a question mark. I was like, yes, you got it. Thank goodness you got it. And they were like, the only thing that gave it away was you started singing Once Upon a December. I was like, so none of the clues gave it away. The song gave it away. And I was like, oh my goodness. Because I was like, once upon a December, someone holds me safe and warm. And then I stopped right there. And they were like, oh my God, is it Anastasia? I was like, how did none of the other hints that I gave you guys? Like, nothing. And they're like, I thought it was Disney. And I was like, see, it wasn't. I think it was either Fox Studios or 20th Century, I think. But both those studios just got bought up by Disney. So now it is Disney.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so
what
now
I feel like a lot of people were thinking Anastasia, but then you were saying no, Disney. And a lot of people are like, but it is Disney.
It is now, but when it first came out, it wasn't. So that's what I had said. I was like, it wasn't Disney until recently. And I guess that threw off everybody because, like I said, everybody thinks that movie is Disney and it's not.
Yeah.
I love that movie. That is a classic movie. I will sit down and watch it anytime of any day. Just like, and the soundtrack to that movie hits like hard. Especially that first song where she comes out, she's coming out of the orphanage, she's aged out. She's like, I need a sign, anybody. And this little like puppy comes out. And she's like, heart, don't fail me now. Courage, don't desert me. And I'm like, oh, that is my favorite song in that movie. Once Upon a December, classic. But that first song was on My Journey to the Past, I think is like the name of the song or something. And it's just like, yes, this is the song. I love it. Yeah. I'm kind of the same way when it comes to the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Everybody talks about the song God Help the Outcast that Esmeralda sings in the church, right? My favorite song is One Day that Quasimodo actually sings. And it starts off.
I always think of, yeah.
Because it starts off as this duet with Frollo. It's like, you are deformed, I am deformed. And I'm like, no, I love you. Yeah. Oh, God. And then, like, he finally leaves. And instead of it becoming this depressing, sad song of, like, self-loathing and self-hatred, it turns into someday. All I want is just one day to just feel the world. And you're like, me too, Quasi. It was a fun show that I did earlier on musical trivia night. I think I'll steer away from that for a while. I think our next one will probably be something along the lines of like 80s. Well, we did 80s horror before too.
Oh yeah. There's a lot you could do with October. Well, personally, the kind of stuff that I like. I would just use it as an excuse to spam horror topics.
Yeah.
October.
I think the next one I want to do, probably on Mishmash on Monday, it's probably going to be villains. Something about villains. We'll see. I might do a whole week of villain stuff. I might do the rest of the month of villain stuff. There's a lot.
Enter your villain arc.
I feel like we've already done that.
Yeah.
On this show, you guys have slowly watched me become a villain. And speaking of villains, I actually want to show off one of my favorite covers that came in the mail. I'm so excited. So the first introduction of this character was in Pocus Hocus, and this is the Kit Wallace cover.
Oh, look at
that is Horace. That is Horace, and this cover is done by Kit Wallace of issue number 3.
So much.
He's so cute, right? Right?
Oh my God, yes.
He got his own ash can. He got his own comic.
I love that for him. Look.
And you know what's funny?
Yeah.
The reason he ends up in Pocus Hocus is because it's about a magician who sells his soul and he wants his soul back, but they have to hunt it down because the demon he sold it to accidentally lost it in a card game.
Oh, I thought you meant he was just like, man, where did I put that thing?
Well, that's the thing. He knows he lost it in a card game, but he doesn't remember to who. He's just like, oh, man. Yeah, I lost that. And the dude's just like, you lost my soul. Okay. But anyway, so he sold his soul to this demon for magic, and it pulls out of a hat Horus. And we come to find out before he got pulled out of a hat, he was actually a general in hell. Whoa. And you get to see one of those adventures, and it's really cool. Yeah, we got the ash can in, and I had to show it off. I love it. Because you don't expect little pink bunny, like General of Hell, pink bunny.
I love that, though. I love that that's his backstory is something so insane that he is not cutesy at all.
But he himself is super cute in the book. And the whole art, the art on the inside, too, is also done by Kit Wallace. So all the art in here is the same type of, like, this art.
Yeah.
With, like, hints of, like, the demonic, like, see the boat and demons?
Yes.
Yes. The whole book.
I love like cutesy creepy. That's what that is like cutesy but also horrific. I'm wondering if it was inspired by the ferocious beast from Monty Python.
Probably.
What is that one called? Don't they call it like something specifically? It's like the most dangerous beast in the world or something like that. But it's just the rabbit that just kills everyone.
Yeah, it's just the rabbit who's like, and you're like, oh, yeah. I mean, rabbits be evil, but that's a whole nother level. Big, sharp, nasty, pointy teeth. Yes. Yeah. And then, so we finally got a book in that Jay has been talking up to you. Mm-hmm. And we got it in. So this is Crit.
Oh.
There's the front.
Yeah.
There's the back.
Nice.
Look how thick that boy is. Yes. So this is, I think this was a Kickstarter that we had backed before. So I'm going to do some trade paperback theater here. Insert trade paperback theater. The Killer Rabbit of
Sarabanog. Say it wrong with confidence.
Sarabanogging. All right. Our story is a little different than other superhero books because our process starts with world building. So they literally built an entire world for this. And it's based off of, oh my gosh, hold on. I don't want to mess up the book too much because we literally just got it in and I haven't really had the chance. Okay. Here we go. Using the Dungeons and Dragons balancing elements made for a safe place to build a narrative as it provided rules and boundaries that no one could argue with. Who can argue with that? There is one tenet to Crit, and that is to ensure that at its core, the story is about friends having fun together. Everything comes secondary to that. In doing so, we continue to be excited and surprised by each other's actions and reactions. So this was literally about 4 friends, Dungeons and Dragons style, having fun, and then becoming superheroes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
I do need to check that one out.
Yes. And like, I'm trying to find like a good page for like the art. So this is the art in the game.
Oh, that's nice. So it's very similar to what you see on the cover.
Yes.
Honestly, it reminds me of like very like in a good way, very or like early 2000s like action like superhero vibes.
Oh, here we go. This was my favorite picture. Can you see the cat?
Yes, I see it. Oh
yeah.
My goodness.
So yeah, it's super exciting. They have this full forward about how they did it, kind of why they did it, and it's really cool. And you do get to see them like being friends, high-fiving, saying hi, just be like, "Sup, buddy?" And they're like, "Hey," being a superhero, and they're like, "Yeah," like, yeah. So that book is here for when you are ready for Jena Library.
Nice. You have any other cool stuff you've gotten recently?
No, but I have something that I refound that was super cool. So this is from Comics Tribe, and it's called She.
Whoa.
Now, look at the cover. Are you ready?
Yeah. Oh, I knew it was gonna do something like that. I knew. I even like through the camera I could see. Whoa! It did another thing. Yeah. Oh, I love that.
And then like the bookmark that came with it.
That looks really good. I really like that art. It reminds me of
and like the art on the inside is the same.
Yeah. It reminds me of, oh my goodness. Give me a second. Wicked and the Divine.
Yes, that's exactly that.
Mm-hmm.
So this one I can actually pretty quickly read you the
whole thing.
Yeah. The back of the book, whatever the thing is called. I know it's called the thing. Anywho, she is an intergalactic bounty hunter trying to find herself somewhere out in the stars. Will she unlock all the secrets in the universe if it means giving up one of her own? With a lost daughter, an uncertain future, and a friend who always has her back, all of her concerns will converge at the Tower of All That Is Known, a brutal sci-fi action graphic novel from award-winning writer Ryan K. Lindsay and illustrator Chris Panda.
Nice.
His last name is Panda.
Yeah.
I had to have books.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, that was perfect because the way you were holding it up, it looked like that was your head.
Oh, and you know Chum that we reviewed a little while back? Yeah. Same writer.
Awesome.
Yes. Yes. Oh, yes. And then we talked about Aftershock before, like the covers and stuff. I had forgotten a couple, so I grabbed them. Nice. All right, so this cover right here. So normally this deer has grenades in his antlers.
Yeah.
It makes it feel like the people are the grenades.
That's
right.
Awesome.
Like, look how detailed that is. Like, look how amazing that is. And the inside artwork is the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's so astonishing. And so I made a mistake last time. The cover I was talking about that I thought was a stained glass cover, that was from Glacial, I think is what it was called. This is what they did for Animosity.
Oh, they're like saints.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So I wanted to correct myself on those two things because, you know, if you make a mistake, own up to it.
Yeah.
Definitely. Those were just some of the covers that I kind of just wanted to like get straight for everybody to check out. Because we talked about that before. And I actually physically had like 10 minutes where I was like, okay, I'm home before we record. Let me grab these covers. But still, this is one of my it's shiny, right? It's also shiny.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then it's like skadoosh. Oh, but let me fool you again with another skadoosh.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I love that.
That's beautiful.
Is there any like covers out there that do like really cool things, kind of like how that cover did, that like you really like or can think of?
I really can't think of it. I think that it's also like it's hard to do that in single issue, and usually when I don't usually buy the hardcover. I feel like stuff like that, it's a little bit easier to do with hardcover because you just literally have more of, like, if you tried to do that with just a trade paperback, that would be like
yeah,
in transit.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that's like one thing of a really, really cool thing. I wish they did that more, honestly, because
no, I forgot to grab one. I'm sorry.
What?
Mr. Producer Man, maybe you can grab it for me. The Hocus Pocus trade.
Nice.
Looks like the Necronomicon.
I want to see that.
In trade paperback form.
Yeah.
They also have a metal one.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's made out of metal, but then they had like the trade paperback that looks like a Necronomicon. And I feel so bad. I can't believe I forgot that one. Maybe he can grab it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Keep going.
No, yeah, I was just saying that, like, I kind of wish, because the only time I would buy like a big hardcover, other than if it's like only released, like I think the most recent one that I bought was the beginning of the Bone Orchard mythos, which only came out as hardback, but it was a small book and it wasn't really expensive. But like I would like, for my favorite comics, I would love to have like hardcover really cool editions.
Yeah.
Like the Saga Compendium that came out.
Oh my gosh, yes.
But like also that thing's massive to be in paperback form. I kind of wish that they would do like split that into two and then make like beautiful hardcover.
Yes.
Like something crazy like that where it's like multi, like there's like a cutout and like, I love that. Like, and that's when I would want to spend the money on it, is like when it's a series that I love and I want to be able to put it on a shelf and be like, display.
Yes, which is another reason why I loved this one so much. I was like, it's a nice small one, but the concept of what they did is just like so cool.
Yeah.
And I feel like other books could do it too. Mm-hmm. Like instead of putting out a hardcover and a soft cover, put out the soft cover for everybody and then do a specialty one.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people will say that a hardcover is specialty, but there are so many cool concepts and designs that you could do. Like the hardcover omnibus for Spider-Verse, if you take off the dust cover, it's all the spider people, like from all the dimensions that cover it on the inside. Like just the whole thing is just like, and then you can have the dust cover where it's just like, dust cover.
Yeah.
And then Secret Invasion.
You feel like
yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, do you feel like, because I know that you have quite a few hardcovers and paperback, like trade paperback. Do you feel like the hardcovers are harder to read? Like, do you feel like they don't have that like spine flexibility, and maybe that's why they don't do as many?
It depends. It depends. It's very strange. So, oh gosh, I don't have an example. Okay. I can kind of show you. So you guys see how on this one the binding of it is small. So that leaves a little more to the you can I wouldn't flatten it, but there's also the way to warm up your books. You have to do it a little more with hardcover books than you do with the softcover books, or the ones where it's a small binding.
Yeah.
For anybody who doesn't know how to warm up a book, it's super easy. You just take a book, you hold it up like this, or I put mine down on the table. I don't know if you guys can see it that way. Let me see if I can. You see? No, okay. So you take the book like this, and you take the outside like that, right? And then you take the outside like that. And then you'll just take 3 or 4 pages this way, not pressing down, 3 or 4 pages this way, couple pages this way. And you can do it as many times as you want. My soft cover books, I'll do this 3 or 4 times. My hardcover books, you gotta do a good 6 or 7 times, or until you feel comfortable. You just keep doing a couple of pages back and forth like that. And then you close it, and then you do it again. And the spine won't break. Because so I have read books this size before, and I can show them to you guys another time. But warming up my book, it doesn't break the spine. Yeah. What it does is it gives it a nice, good stretch, like you're warming up the book. And I do that with all my books. The really thick omnibuses and the compendiums, they have put out a couple of them in hardcover form, and does make me a little kind of like nervous because my Into the Spider-Verse, I did it close to 15 to 20 times of warming up my book because it's such a big book and it's in hardcover. And I was just like, I cannot break the spine of this book. Oh no, that would break my heart because they don't make it anymore and it's half impossible to get. So I was like, I'm going to warm up this book and then I'm going to read it and then I will put it on the shelf. And the next person who wants to read it, I will warm up the book for them and then I will let them read it and then I will put it on the shelf. Bean, do you warm up your books?
I do now. But for a long time I didn't. I didn't know that was a thing. If you're not told that's a thing, I don't think anyone's like, I don't know, maybe some people are smart enough to intuitively be like, maybe I should do this. No, I'm not that person. So until I started working in a comic shop and heard people talk about that, I was like, oh, I've just been, I think in some ways I kind of because with my books, I was always very gentle with them, especially my comics, I've always been very particular about. So in a way, I think I kind of, because I would always put it on a table and then carefully read it.
So you were doing it in a different way, yeah. You were doing it unconsciously, yeah.
Yeah, but it was just it was kind of warming it up, but in a really ineffective way. Because I would still break sometimes because you're still turning pages and the rest of it is not warmed up and that glue hasn't been flexed. So
yeah.
So before we go on our break for the episode, you want to see my show and tell of what I've bought recently?
Yes.
Okay. He's a hot dog. And he has little sunglasses on and he has a mustache. His name is Stanley Humphrey and he is a character from a YouTube person that I watch.
And I love it.
I love him too. He's been my buddy on my desk now. Hi.
Wait, hold on. I gotta get my little buddy to say hi.
Yeah. Oh. But yeah, I haven't really done anything besides work and school. But this guy came in the mail, so that's my only show and tell.
So adorable.
I love him. It's from the YouTube channel, the YouTuber Little Simsy. She plays The Sims. That's her character, is Stanley Humphrey, the hot dog man.
I love it. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have to go look that up now.
Yeah. All right, but we will be right back, and I think we're gonna come back and talk about some cool Kickstarter stuff, which I'm excited about. Okay.
Yes.
Be back.
Are you a comic creator? Are you a publisher? Do you make a comic book product? Do you own a retail store? Do you do something I haven't thought of? Who are you and what do you do? Let us know by advertising on the experience and invite our viewers to patronize your product. Message the EXP on social media or email us the_EXP@yahoo.com for more details.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit comicshoplocator.com to find a store near you.
Hi, I'm Hedwig Hale, author of She Bites. You're watching The Experience.
All right, welcome back. We are excited to talk about Kickstarters. As usual, Jenna has a lot. I have one.
I only have 6 pre-saved at this point right now.
Yeah.
But I'm only going to talk about one today, I think.
Someday I'm going to be out of school. I'm going to have a job that will allow me to put money towards Kickstarters. And it's going to be over.
You're going to have almost as many books as me?
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, did you read this?
I'm like, okay, yeah, but did you read this? That's what it'll be. That's what our future episodes will be. We'll be like, okay, but did you read this? Yeah, I did. But did you read this?
Did you back
Oh,
this one? Oh, but
oh.
did you also back this one?
Of course I did. I used a whole paycheck to back all 6 projects. All right. So the one that I showed you, Hocus Pocus and Horace, is by the amazing, amazing writers that also wrote. Nope. We're gonna add to stream. There we go. Grandma Chainsaw.
Oh
my God.
yeah.
I'm so excited about this. Can I play the trailer and not get hit with rights? Like the whole.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're gonna try it. Four friends. Why is it upside down? Can you guys hear the audio this time?
Yes.
Okay.
I can. Oh, we gotta pretend like we didn't accidentally watch it muted though.
Oh yeah.
Oh no! Oh, look at the creepy finger.
Like
We're gonna make
serious.
the same
How
jokes.
is it, like, is that finger or is that like all nail? Somebody's going to Grandma's house, huh? I love the heart.
Oh my god. So wait. Was she in the car with him at the beginning?
I don't know. That is something we're just going to have to wait and see. Like, that's how I felt too when I first saw it.
Yeah.
So they've hit their funding, they've doubled their funding, and that is so exciting. There's only a couple of days left, and so I'm going to scroll down. This is 28 pages of pure horror, pure evil. Here is the story. 4 friends get lost on vacation. They end up at Grandma Hazel's doorstep. Hazel seems innocent enough, but the group will soon discover that evil has a perm.
Goodness.
Yeah, and they just they've put up pages on here so you could try it out, so you could kind of see this is the art, this is the story, this is exactly what it looks like.
Yeah.
So
it looks amazing.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. And definitely some big names, they're in it too. Here are the covers. Are you ready for this? So here's cover A. Grandma Hazel over here is one-handing this chainsaw. And it is being put out through Source Point Press. Here's the cover B. This is the Kit Wallace cover.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Cover C. And this is by Ryan Kincaid.
That's
that is
awesome.
dope. And cover D by Edward Bentley.
I love all of them. I really like that one though, with the cover, the words in splattered blood.
Yes.
And the membered hand. Oh, it's gross. I love it.
They've also got Prince and one of their other books, Midnight Highway. Mm-hmm. They're doing a glow-in-the-dark metal cover.
Yeah.
With only 25 of those made. And you can actually get a portrait of you and Hazel.
Oh no, that's crazy. I've never heard of somebody offering that.
Some of the stuff that they put in here, the magnets have been unlocked. I'm so excited.
What does that say at the bottom of them?
Oh, art by Steph Mooney. Oh,
Evil has a perm. Okay, I see it now. I love that.
Here's art print. This is another magnet, and this one. Mm-hmm. Face Your Demons. So this is the other story that I was talking about. We finally get those in. And then there is a trailer for Pocus as well. Here's the rewards. So You can get it digitally for $5.
Yeah.
You can get it physically for 10, and you get it physically. And Brian, oh my God, I'm going to be so mad at myself. Brian Belando does the art inside the book as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then Kit's 12. I love that. Pinky up. Oh my gosh. And then 2 packs. You can get 2 of the covers. Yeah. They have a lot of different ways. They have it in hollow foil.
Ooh, that looks so good.
They have shirts.
What? Oh my God. I would love an Eat, Slay, Love like shirt.
There's one thing. They've also got retailers, and this one is all the kit covers, including for all these other ones that was part of it. This
awesome.
One's metal. This is a metal cover. Metal cover again. There's one thing in particular that I'm looking for that. Oh, see that's the trade that I was telling you about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one thing that's an add-on that I need you to see. Oh, and there's recipes.
Oh, what?
This is all. It's a recipe like book, and it's every single thing. All right, let's see if I can find it. So we have the self-portrait. You can buy it as just the portrait, or you can have yourself added to it. You get the PDF. Like I said, there's one thing in particular that I am looking for: the stickers.
Oh, of course. Of course. Oh,
and
those are
bloody. So they have a bloody version, and they have a not bloody version.
So those are absolutely going on your sticker cabinet. Like we're going to see the Instagram update of your sticker cabinet with Grandma murdering
Hazel,
on it.
Yes. Grandma Hazel will be murdering somebody. And there's one last thing. So this was another of the kit covers.
Mm-hmm.
There's one more thing that I need. So that is what I was telling you about. That's how that looks.
That's gorgeous.
They have aprons.
Yeah.
They have it in black, red, and blue. Yeah. Bless you. And UV black light metal cover.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Like I said, the stretch goals we've already been through. Look how cool that is. Look at that sticker.
I love that. I love that so much. I want that as like a magnet or a sticker.
Yeah. And
because
then
that's once again like the cute creepy. Yeah. Like,
oh my goodness. And these are the creators right here. Mm-hmm. These 2 are the writers. These are the artists. Here's the colorist. Dave Lentz, who works on everything.
Yeah.
And Joey Galvez, who is also part of our team on the experience. So that is the, I guess, highlight Kickstarter that I wanted to show.
Nice.
All right, you ready to share yours?
I guess so. I don't know how much. I don't know if I really need to like share like the screen on mine as much. I don't know if you have.
I've already. Oh,
I don't. I only have one like monitor, so
that's totally fine. We can just. I didn't see anything that was happening either.
Yeah. All right. So
just go through it as you want.
Yeah. So this one, I found out about it, and I haven't been able to back it, but they did something really cool, and I don't think it happened because I didn't get like a notification about it or anything.
Oh, scroll down. I think it says that they did it. So click on it. Yeah.
So it's funded, but the way that I got like clued onto this one was that they put out that if they made it to like a certain amount of followers, not even like backers, just like people just like following the project on Kickstarter, they were going to release the PDF of all of Wasted Space that's going into the omnibus.
Is there like any preview pages under the campaign tab?
Let me see. Yeah, so it definitely has like all the cool stuff.
Wow.
We're like, if we get to the certain amount of people watching the campaign, not even like backers, we will release it for 3 days where you can read for free.
Oh,
The whole
wow.
thing.
Nice.
And it's like, it's beautiful. I love it. It's like this chonky boy stands more than 11 inches tall and weighs in at over 3 pounds of raw
Oh my
smarties.
god.
It's so much. And like, have you read this series?
I have not. What's it about?
I haven't gotten to read it either. That's why I wanted to, because that's why I wanted to follow it, because I wanted them to release it, and then I could read it.
Oh my gosh. And it's coming out from Volt?
Yeah, so these have all already come out. This is the omnibus.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like what we were talking about earlier too, of like having a series that's really cool. I've heard so many good things about this series.
Yeah.
I've been told that I need to read it. Let's see. Let me see if there's even like a description of it. Yeah, here it is. Billy Bane is a prophet who got it all wrong, and the galaxy has been burning ever since. All he wants is to waste away in the darkest corner of space with his best pal Dust, a supercharged Fookbot, is what we'll say.
Oh my god.
When a new prophet comes calling, Billy is summoned to save the galaxy. He's at least partially responsible for destroying. Too bad he couldn't care less. Like, you gotta love.
Oh my god, I love that.
I know, you gotta love like a reluctant protagonist.
It's like, man, I messed up everything, but I'm good now. I'm gonna walk away.
Look, this is the Fookbot right here. So, you kind of read it, you kind of assume maybe it's a lady, but it's not.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's progressive.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And the tiers seem pretty reasonable too. Like that was a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it is. I mean, this is like a very well-known series too. So I think it's not crazy that it got funded, but I do think, like I said, they were, and I don't know, where do you guys usually hear about Kickstarters? Because I found this one on Twitter.
So to be honest, we have this weird thing. We're like once every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We just browse Twitters under #comics. That's it. Like
Okay.
I can actually show you if you want how it works.
Yeah. Here, do you want me to stop sharing mine? So we
that's
can swap
only if you
yours?
want to. Yeah.
Okay.
Like if you have anything else that you want to show us while I set this up.
Okay, yeah. I was just gonna say, and actually one thing that like I've been thinking about, because I know that we were talking about it in the group chat a little bit.
Yeah.
For like when we were talking about doing Kickstarters a little bit this episode, the idea of like having the digital copy free when you buy physical copies with a Kickstarter, which I think is a really good idea, especially as like then you get it immediately, and so then I feel like it's easier as far as like when if the physical copies are delayed, paper shortage, shipping, it's really stressful.
Yeah.
As I've learned from like the one, I think I've backed 1 or 2 Kickstarters, but one of them was from one of my favorite authors, Christopher Cebola, and not, this is not a complaint at all. I don't want to say I enjoyed it, but I like got monthly emails from him for a while that was just like,
I've gotten those before too, yeah.
And he's like, I'm trying to send the packages. It's like, I'm trying to get the
And then, of course, recently what happened with Scout was, the hurricane took out our printing press. The whole thing got taken out. So anything from Scout is delayed indefinitely at this point because their printer in Florida was completely tore up. Like no half of a building. It was bad.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So everybody's just kind of like, ah! And we're like, I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel that. All right. So
yeah, and that's like when, like I said, with digital, like then anybody though who wanted those
Yeah.
to read, you can have it. And maybe that's also me coming from a point of view where it's like, I love the story most of all. I think that a lot of people who read comics do. So, you know.
All right. So for anybody who wants to know how I'm able to find things like Crit or like Horus or like She, all of these are Kickstarters. I'm going to be honest, 75% of the books that I read and I get are in fact Kickstarters. And the way that we do it is so we open Kickstarter like this, right? We go over to comics.
It's right there. It's a tab.
It's a tab. You can hit comics and then you can do graphic novels, web comics, anthologies, comic books, however you want to do it. And you just hit discover more. And the thing is literally just going through anything. Like this right here, Night of the Living Dead. That looks interesting. I'll check that out later. Or Bigfoot Knows Karate. I love this series. It's so good. They have stickers that make me laugh. Grandma Chainsaw right here. And you'll notice that in some of these, like you can even look, Bad Idea has a Kickstarter going on right now.
Wait, does that say stop bad idea? That sounds like a petition.
Hold on. Let me. They have a trailer too, and it's been funded. It's been well funded. Almost 600 backers. And let's see. So they have a trailer. Can you stop bad idea? No.
People just think they've been signing a petition for them to stop.
And giving them money for it. Yes. Yeah. So this one, we got the Hero Trade 2, Hero Trade The Bloody Mess, Hero Trade Fabulous, hardcovers, all kinds of stuff like that. So there you go. Bad idea. We'll just come back here.
And nothing bad with Bad Idea. Just lots of people have strong opinions on it.
Yes. I will stay neutral.
Yeah.
Midnight Highway is the one that I was kind of telling you guys about. That's also part of the same like universe and writers that Pocus Hocus was part of.
Yeah. What is Pumpkin?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Like, it's going to be really bad.
It's a number one.
We have money to spend on things. Because look at this. I'm already like, what's this?
Pumpkin is 24 pages. It's a number one with art by a person that looks awesome. And I don't want to mess up their name too much. I'm so sorry. The story of Pumpkin follows Paige, who gets lured out of an abandoned farm and attacked by a group of classmates. Things quickly get out of hand, and Paige is left for dead. But, like any heroine in a horror story, Paige refuses to die and returns a year later to extract revenge. And here are some of the samples of the art. Oh my gosh, is that a demon? I like it.
Yeah, this has big, like, Xenoscope vibes.
All right, so look, right here. You can get it digitally for Canadian $5. That's about $3.50.
Nice.
$11 physically. $20 for the vegan cover. Oh, look at that black and white cover. That is pretty.
It's that big Xenoscope energy.
Yeah. And there we go.
There it is.
A lot of times you'll find this too on Kickstarter. Well, they will have a censored and uncensored one. Why does she look like she's like a pumpkin?
I think she is a pumpkin. That's why I like wanted you to click on it.
Oh, look at this cover.
She is a pumpkin.
Oh.
That's a different kind of pumpkin. Yeah.
Here you go. And
that's
prints.
Awesome.
These are 11 by 17 prints.
Yeah. And
here you can buy everything.
These people are going to have all my money when I have money.
Oh, no, wait. This is everything.
That's everything.
That's crazy. And then you can add on things too. Oh, look, they have a blank one. Nice. Compared to these are holofoil.
Ooh.
This one's sold out already. Wow. That's sold out.
They might have only made like 2 or 3 of them for like metal hologram.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So this one was a mystery one, and it only had 13. Awesome. It was already sold out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in green. That's so pretty. Ooh, here is something else that these people wrote and drew, and they want you to check it out that you can do as an add-on, which I found is really, really cool to do with Kickstarters is be like, hey guys, we already did this trading cards. That's awesome.
That's nice.
And then learn about the team a little bit. And then about the shipping. And of course, all of the fun stuff about Kickstarter. So if you guys ever want to just go out there into the world and try and figure out how to find something, because you've also got like the comments and here are updates. So yeah, that is how I kind of
look. We literally just found this.
Yeah, and I'm probably
found a cool thing.
I'm probably about to spend another $40 or so.
It looks so good.
It does look so good.
Yeah.
So here we go. $20 in a dollar is 25 in Canadian. So look at that. See how easy that was? And look, you can even, if you come over here onto the side, guys, you can see that some of them say like sign. Now we didn't see that over in the other stuff, did we? We saw that over there. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you find comics on Kickstarters, where you can do something as small as $5, or you could go all the way up to thousands of dollars. There was one a long time ago that me and Jay wish we could have done. It was the curse words compendium of everything. And they had 2 $10,000 tiers.
Whoa.
It came with a minivan.
What?
They drove a van and the book to you. The actual writers and artists would drive it from their location to you.
So wait, did you get a minivan for it?
You got a van. That $10,000 included signed copies of the book, special art prints, trades, everything their stretch goals got hit. Plus, you got a van that was painted on by the artist. And the actual creators drove it to you.
I'm gonna be honest, $10,000 for a vehicle.
Also,
that had to be like a really old van. I love it.
So our producer just finished looking at the Bad Idea one. They said if they raised $2 million, they would close Bad Idea forever.
No, they're not.
I don't know.
They're not going to do that. They're going to get $2 million and then just keep being agents of chaos.
That's true.
Why would they do anything other than that?
They're just going
to close and then immediately reopen his mediocre idea.
or more bad idea.
Yeah, worse idea. That's going to be the next one.
Oh my goodness. So what's super great about these is I love backing small creators, or they start off just like this, but it can grow and become bigger because you help them on Kickstarter. Because that is exactly what happened with I don't have it with me. Pocus Hocus, the ones that made Grandma Chainsaw. The reason they are picked up and working with Source Point Press is because they started on Kickstarter, and I think it was the first 4 issues. Actually, they put all their stuff on Kickstarter, but they got noticed by companies because of Kickstarter. And it is so much fun to be like, oh my gosh, I love you guys. And I'm not going to lie, 90% of the time, if you go into a number 1, they're just asking for $1,000 to get their book off the ground. And you're one of the creators, or you're one of the backers. You've got friends for life. Because we are actually friends with 2 of the dudes from Pocus. Like, we met them, we had dinner with them, we had mediocre mac and cheese and amazing burgers and wings, and it was so cool to become like friends with them. Because that is also how we got to meet like Garrett Gunn and Dave Lentz and all these other people. You get to know them, and it's so cool to get to know them. And it's so cool to find out where they got the ideas for their books, where the artists got the idea for their stuff, because it's literally almost 100% of the time, almost 100% of the time. There's a couple of like businesses that put stuff on there, but let's say 90 and 95% of the time, it is just a small group of people who have made something and they want to share it. And this is the only way they know how to share it. Yeah. And you coming in and dropping $5 or $10 changes so much for them. And what's great about Kickstarter, for anybody out there who doesn't know, if the book doesn't reach what it needs to reach to actually work, you keep your money. Like the money doesn't get taken out until the end of their deadline. So it's almost no risk to you. And you can mostly get these books digitally for like $5 to $10. If you want it physically, I think you can get that for anywhere from $5, $10, $15, $20, depending on which cover you get it. And so it's
awesome. Like, especially like, I feel like Kickstarter's totally changed the game for indie comics.
Yes.
And any creator now can just be like, I have a great idea for a book. I got some buddies. We're going to get together. We're going to make the book. And like, everybody here, we love indies. We love indie comics so much. Like, it's so good. And like, especially like, it's become, there's a reason that Kickstarter has it's the first tab. It's become like a marketplace for like indie books, and it's awesome.
Hold on. I'm trying to save this so I can come back and pack this real quick. And then, So I think it's, see, it says right there, bring a creative project to life. And it shows you the statistics. These are how many projects right here that have actually been backed and gone through. This right here is how much they've raised for creators. And this is how many people or how many times things have been pledged to. Yeah. I'm going to have to look up that Popeye stuff later too.
That's awesome. And honestly, it's really easy too, because like I said, I backed one of my favorite creators, and I believe his project that I backed, like Foul Brood, like it's been backed exclusively through Kickstarter, I believe. Like each time like that he's ready to release the next part of it, it's on Kickstarter. So
what's funny is this is just the technological version of what they did back in the day when comics first started. They made a comic book. They physically drew it out, wrote it out, and they showed it to somebody. And that person was like, nah, man. So they're like, cool, whatever. Went on to the next person. And they were handing them out to stuff that they had actually made. And then people came and asked for more. Yeah. So they got money. They made more. And they did that physically. Now it is done through Kickstarter. So you can reach everybody. Yeah. You can reach everywhere instead of just around you. And it's just like, it's wildfire. And it's a community. It really is a community. It's and everybody's like, oh, this is your first one being backed. Cool. Thank you for backing us. Here's all the awesome stuff we're planning. You're just like, y'all are adorable. Yes. Here's money. Here's money.
That's so awesome.
Yeah. All right, guys. We want to thank everybody for joining us and listening to kind of like us rant and helping us discover a new Kickstarter that I'm about to just throw money at. Yeah. And hopefully you guys can also find some stuff out there that you like. If you guys have any questions on how to look up stuff or how some of this stuff works, they do explain everything on the Kickstarter page. And down below in the comments, you can always like ask questions there. Usually it's the producer Jay is usually in the chat when these videos are being put out. I know I'm sometimes in there. Bean, are you ever in the chat?
No, I'm barely live.
We work a lot. We work a lot. But again, you can always ask. It was really great seeing you guys, and I can't wait to see you guys next time.
Yes.
Bye.